then send a screenshot on the floating loss group for you to be assisted. We've got a group for signals where you can receive signals as well. And we've got a group as well, last group, whereby it's for everybody and prospect and everybody to receive a link and everything like that in order for you to benefit from the market. Let's talk about a strategy for you to benefit. Let's say your first buying amount, you've injected a minimum, your first buying amount is $15. How can you win? Please help me out in terms of a calculator. You can just multitask on your side. Now, it means that, ladies and gentlemen, you will now use only 2 coins in this case. 2 coins. Meaning you've got only BNB and Sol. Done. You are overcommitted. Now, it means that each and every coin you've entered the market with $15. And $15 here as well. It means that, ladies and gentlemen, in this case, you are sitting in a position whereby when the market hits profit, please check for me what is 3% of $15, which is most likely to be 0.45%. Okay. Now, very importantly, that is good. You go home with some good profit. But if the market decides to drop in this market, this is the position whereby you can add liquidity, which is another $15. Something magical will happen to the minus percentage. It will be divided, it will be reduced into half for you to come out early of the market with 3% profit. You hit your 3%, which is now 3% of what? Of $30. Please check 3% of $30, how much it is. This should be 0.9%. 0.9%, $0.9, sorry. In case the market is still dropping, please check for me 3% of $60. The market is still dropping. Not to worry. You're now going to add liquidity of $30. I hope I'm not talking alone. I don't see the percentage of $60. How much? 3% of $60, how much it is. Now we are sitting on the market of what? $60. Which is 3% of this. 2% of this is going to be what? I see. And let me check on the charts. I don't see anything. Okay, cool. That's 100%. Let's have a calculator and see. Let's just check it out. Let's just check it out in terms of 2% of this. So 2% of $60 will be $1.8. Now, this can help you achieve the market going down, can help you achieve your target. Remember, your target for the day is $1.8. So in this scenario, you can obviously hold it down like that, which is very, very powerful. Let's say now maybe you are sitting in a position whereby your first buying amount is $150. $150. Now you take 4 coins per market. 4 coins. Now, in these coins, you're supposed to enter the market with $150. But here, to manage your floating loss, you're going to enter the market with $75. With $75. If you happen to hit 3% of this as the market rise, you'll enjoy 3% of $75, which is $2.25. This is wonderful. But if the market drops from here, you are now in a space whereby you're going to times this by 2. You add liquidity. This becomes what? This becomes your desired amount, first buying amount, which is $150. It means that when you hit your 3% from here and the market rises, it's going to be 3% of 150. Now, 3% of 150 is 40. It's $4.5, which is perfect. And the market decides to rise, to drop again. This will be our last example, or second last example. It means that you're going to times this by 2. Now you are borrowing. Only now you are borrowing from your 40%. Only now. The first time you took from your first buying amount, which was $150, but then you just took a smaller amount. Which is what? Which is $75. Now, you are now sitting at the market position amount of $300. Surely the market will rise for me. You just have to be patient. You hit your 3% here. 3% of what? $300. 3% of $300 will be $9. Done. Let's say here, the mistake most of us makes here is whereby we want to, the more funds you have, the better flexibility you have. But be careful. The more funds you have, the higher your desire to make more. But you cannot make $100 if you've never made $50. You cannot make $50 if you have never made $20. You cannot make $20 if you have never made $10. You cannot make $10 if you have never made $5. You can certainly not make $5 if you have never made $1. Now, here's your first buying amount. It is $450. Now, to be in a better strategy, divide this by 2. For you to make your first buying amount, this is still 4 coins, by the way. You do this in all the 4 coins. Instead of you going to the entering the market with $450, enter the market with $225. For you, if you were to hit 3% here, it's going to be what? It's going to be $6.75, which is powerful. But in case the market drops, it doesn't happen the way we wanted it to happen. Now we are in a position to add liquidity plus another $225. This will be times 2. You are now sitting in a position amount of exactly what? $450. You haven't lost anything. Money management. The market rises from here. You are now sitting at 3% of $450, which is 13.5. Now, the market does not go in your favor again. It drops from here. You are now sitting in a position where you have to times this by 2. Add liquidity. You are sitting on a first buying a position amount now of $900. $900. Surely the market will rise from here, without a doubt. And you get your 3%. 3% of this one is $27. Quantitative strategy. Going small, coming out with huge profit. You do this, by far, done.